think we're ready. Okay, good. Hey everyone, welcome back to First Play, the show where we learn to play a game for the first time and we film it and you get to watch it at home and we all have fun. Yes, sometimes when I don't lose. Anyway, today we're playing Gates of Delirium and we is me, John, Shelby, Josh and Mike. Anyway, so Gates of Delirium. What I don't know anything about this game other than it's got cool Cthulhu stuff. It looks like. So what's going on? What are we doing?
In Gates of Delirium, each player will have a hand of action cards which are split into two parts. One part sane, the other part insane. This is the first person token who determines which version we're playing on that turn.
Okay.
Every round, the start player decides if it's a sane or insane round, and players can only take the actions on the corresponding part of their cards. During sane rounds, you will search for map fragments and lost pages to a secret tome, while dispatching investigators far and wide to help you in your cause. During insane rounds, you will collect ancient runes and build gates to release monstrosities from a parallel dimension.
Sweet.
The goal of the game is to score the most points by the time the last monstrosity is released through one of the Gates of Delirium.
The fighting the cultists. We are the cultists.
Yeah.
I'm just like, what? There's an awful amount of eldritch activity going on in this little tiny globe part. I mean, man.
Yeah, Massachusetts suffers all the time.
Sure. Salem, and Innsmouth, and
So this is indicated as a 2 to 4 player game at 45 minutes. Due to the first play aspect of this, it's going to add a little time to it, but we'll go as quick as we learn it. In any case, there is a round series of rounds until the end of the game occurs. Start of each round, the current start player chooses whether it will be a sane round or insane round to flip it during their choice. During the round, you take a single turn, beginning with the current start, proceeding clockwise. You can only take actions corresponding to the current round as chosen by the start player. At the end of the round, the current start player passes the sanity disc to the player on the left. A new round begins with that. You may, on your turn, play 2 action cards from your hand, one at a time. In addition, you may, but are not required to, spend desperation tokens to take desperate actions at any time during your turn. At the end of your turn, you will refill your hand by drawing 2 new action cards. When you play an action card, you must reveal it from your hand, then perform the action shown on the part of the card that corresponds to the current round type, sane or insane. The white frames are the sane side. The insane has a dark frame. Yeah. After taking the action, put the action card in the discard pile, unless it shows one of the 3 types of artifacts: lost pages, map fragments, and ancient runes. Cards with artifacts are always added to the corresponding section of your journal at the top up here. Taking desperate actions at any time during your turn, spend desperation tokens earned by playing certain action cards to take desperate actions. Each desperate action costs a certain number of desperation tokens, which you must return to the supply in order to take the action. Drawing action cards at the end of the turn after playing 2 action cards, taking any desperate actions you wish, draw 2 new cards from the top of the action deck, add them to your hand, bringing your hand to 5 cards. If the deck runs out, reshuffle and discard pile. Okay, so quick overview of the actions. During sane rounds, you must take the sane of 2 action cards you choose to play. The possible sane action are collecting lost pages, collecting map fragments, dispatching investigators. So for sakes of the first turn,
we're gonna be sane.
We're gonna be sane to start this out and see where it goes from there.
Fun.
When it gets to your turn, you can be all insane you want.
So when you collect the lost page, add the card to the corresponding section of your journal, tucking it partially beneath the top edge. As you collect different lost pages, arrange them in a column, sorted in numerical order.
So, okay.
There are 20 different lost pages, 1 to 20. Only 1 copy of each.
Interesting.
Son of a biscuit.
At the end of the game, you will score 4 points for every consecutive page and 2 points for every non-consecutive page in your journal.
I see where this is going now. Oh, Lord. Okay.
John's already started to see oh, wait, what do I do?
Well, I have a page that I'm not happy with, but I have a
But
map
remember
that I'm very
that
happy
it
with.
did say arrange them in a column sorted by numerical order, so you don't have to predict.
Ah, okay, all right.
It allows you, when you play them, to sort them in numerical order.
I was worried.
You don't have to go, well, I'm
Yeah.
going to put an 18 down in this location. They're auto-sorted.
No, because I had a middle ground card. I'm
when
like,
they
this
say
sucks.
consecutive order, 17 to 18
Sure.
is consecutive, but 16 to 18 is not. So
Right.
you have.
So you're trying to fill in the holes.
Well, yeah. If you have any options, I mean, if somebody's already played a number, you go,
Yep.
whoops.
Because there's only one of that number, right, among all of us.
All right. So collecting map fragments. When you collect a map fragment, add to the corresponding section of your top edge. Beneath the top edge, as you collect different fragments, place them next to each other so that they begin to form a map. If you already completed a map, start a new one. It takes 4 unique map fragments to form a completed map. At the end of the game, at the end of the game, you score 12 for every completed and 2 points for every other map fragment in your journal. So
there's still work
you
points,
cannot be working on 2 maps at the same time. That's what which I'm looking at mine going, oh well. Dispatching investigators. When you dispatch investigators, take 1 or 2 investigators as indicated by the card you play. It's the little investigator symbol in the sane cards in the upper left and lower right, whatever, depending if you have it upside down or not. As indicated by the card, from your personal supply, place them in any region or regions on the map. If you do not have enough investigators remaining in your personal supply, you may move them from other regions. You're looking to get majorities. Each time a gate is open, the corresponding region of the color of the gate matches the color of the gate will be evaluated, and victory points will be scored based on the first, second, and third position. Ties are awarded the top end. By the way, I looked ahead to find that. All right.
So both would get 10 points.
If you're tied for the lead, you'd get first place. If you're tied for second, you both get the second place points. So you want to, each time a gate it's evaluated. Points are awarded to the players with the most, second most, etc. When you play an action card that lets you dispatch 1 investigator, you also gain 1 or 2 desperation tokens from the supply.
I see that.
You'll see that marked on your cards. So that's how you gain desperation tokens.
That's easy.
On the insane side, you must take the insane actions of 2 action cards you chose to play. The possible is collecting ancient runes, converting investigators, and building gate sections. Collecting ancient runes, add the card to the corresponding section of your journal, tucking it partially beneath the top edge. As you collect multiple runes, arrange them in a column. At the end of the game, you'll score points for each set of ancient runes in your journal. The larger the set, 1 to 5 cards, the more points you will score. Converting investigators is remove 1 opposing investigator from any region on the map and return it to the opponent's supply. Then take 1 of your own investigators from your personal supply, place it in the same region. If you do not have any investigators remaining in your personal supply, do not remove an opposing investigator. Instead, choose 1 opposing investigator and 1 of your own. They're already on the map, and swap their positions. Building gate sections. When you build gate sections, choose 1 or 2 gate cards, as indicated by the card you play, and place them in your own play area, either adding them to existing gates or starting new ones. When you choose a gate card, you must choose 1 of the 4 cards face up in the gate supply, or the top card of the face down gate deck. If you choose a card from the gate supply, refill the gate supply immediately by drawing the top card of the gate card and replace it in an empty slot face up. There's a little play example I saw that said somebody managed to get a second card, but they can replace the first one before they take their second one.
So you can get to see what it is and then decide to take the one you
also there was the thing about, apparently there's something about gaining desperation tokens and taking a desperation action in between the gaining of 2, and you can reset cards. So, but anyway, gates are physically formed by doing this with them. Okay? So there is a limited amount of gate cards by color. 5 different types of gates, each corresponding different region of the map. You may have 1 gate of each type in progress, so you can't have 2 purples being built. So there's It takes 7 cards to build Innsmouth, 6 to build Salem, 6 to build Arkham, 5 to build Kingsport, and 5 to build Rockford. The numbers are Indian. That's how much it takes to build them. Total cards in the deck are the same way. It's 22 total white cards, 18 of the green and pink, and 16 of the orange and blue. So there's, if you look at it, you can build only 3. You can only have 3 of the bottom 2 gates. You can only have 3 of each of the gates colors maximum. So each type requires a specific number of cards. As you build each gate, you place the gate cards in a spiral shape. When you play an action card that lets you build 1 gate section, you also gain 1 or 2 desperation tokens. That will be another indicator on the build a gate card thingies. Sure what that is.
The little eye token look like these.
Well, no, I know that, but what this
other
other
card,
another thing looks like a fire. Oh, I know what that is.
Sure.
Yeah, we'll get opening gate. Playing the final required gate card, the game is paused, even if the player's turn is not yet over, in order to score that gate. To score the open gate, release a monstrosity, selects the one from the top, places it on the open gate, immediately scores the number of points shown on the monstrosity disc, moving the score marker. You reveal a scroll. If the collected monstrosity disc shows a scroll icon, so there. I guess there's going to be 3 of them that do, I would guess. Reveal the scroll and remain face up for the rest of the game, affecting all players. This will be a nice surprise. By the way, there were multiple scrolls, and this is 3 random selections. The rest of them went back in the box. Okay. So there's a variability of the game that way. Evaluate the region. Corresponds to the open gate. Determine who has the most, second most, third most. Each player immediately scores points for their rank. If several players are tied, you get the full points for the rank they're tied for. Subsequent ranks are unaffected by ties higher up. So if you're third, 2 people get 8, and you're third, you still get 3. You don't get the second because your rank is not affected by ties. Players who do not have any investigators are not in consideration. You have to have at least 1 investigator there. Return all investigators in that region are removed from the map and sent back to their personal supply, waiting for the next gate. There's no restriction on how many times that a gate of the same type may be opened during the game. It is even possible for one player to open multiple gates of the same type over the course of the game, though they may not have multiple gates of the same type in progress at the same time. So scroll cards, it'll remain face up. This will happen 3 times in a 3 or 4 player game. Each revealed scroll card for the rest of the game affecting all players. Some scroll cards provide bonuses or discounts to certain actions, while others provide ways to score additional points at the end of the game. Builders, oh, they describe the different scroll cards, so we'll get to that when that happens. Gain desperation tokens. Number you gain is indicated by the number of icons. At any time during your turn, including during an action, you may take desperate actions by spending desperation tokens you have gained. You may take as many desperate actions as you wish in a single turn, as long as you can afford to pay their costs. The supply of the desperation tokens is limited to the 24 in the game. If you would gain a desperation token, but the supply is currently empty, you're out of luck. So there's apparently 4 indicated actions. Swap 2 action cards, refresh the gate supply, flip the sanity desk, and score 3 points. Okay, end of the game happens when the final monstrosity is released, the 5th one, and that ends the game immediately. You don't even get to finish your turn. You score that monstrosity and the game is over.
All right.
If you happen to, I noticed there was an FAQ that said, what happens if you did 2 gates simultaneously? The player that did that picks which one to put the monstrosity on, and the other one's considered an incomplete gate for scoring. So it doesn't score, even if it is complete, because you can only put 1 monstrosity down at the end of the game, because there's only 1 left, and you open 2 gates simultaneously.
Okay.
So there's 1 monstrosity left, and you open 2 gates simultaneously. You pick which one you want to score, and the other one's considered incomplete.
Okay.
There's an FAQ on that one at the end.
There's 6 monster tokens. You said 5.
Well, if there's 5. Whatever. There's however. Why did the thing say there was 5?
Did you say it was 5? Read it was 5.
Place the monstrosity. Well, there's 5 different types of gates. I may have.
Sure.
I don't know if I said. Did I say 5?
I just heard you say some once we released the 5 monsters.
You did say 5, but I don't think he read it. I think he just said it, so you might have gotten confused with the number.
So there's 6 of them. Okay.
Yeah. I think we can open a gate more than once in an area.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. You may be working on an Arkham gate.
Well, you can open up 3 of each based on the cards available.
Yeah.
So but you can only open 6 gates total in the entire
Understood.
game.
It's just who gets to them and what. Yeah. But I mean, what I'm getting at is you could potentially open a gate in Arkham, and I can come right on my turn and finish my gate and open another gate in Arkham.
Absolutely. Final scoring calculates points they score in the following 5 categories. Adding that says 5. Adding these points to those that you've scored throughout the game, having investigator majorities in scored regions and spending desperation tokens. Investigators on the map score 1 point for each investigator you still have on the map. Scroll card effects. If there are any scroll cards in play that award points at game end, evaluate and score points. Ancient runes is based on the score here. Lost pages. It tells you map fragments. Note, desperation tokens may not be spent to score points during the final scoring. So that
use them or lose
if you have 5 of them, you wanted to get 3 points.
You better use it
before that gate's opened.
Yeah.
Is what it's saying. After final scores have been calculated, the player with the most points wins. In case of a tied player with the most unspent desperation tokens wins. If there's still a tie, the youngest tied player wins. Wait a minute here. Wait, I feel I feel discriminated. I am definitely discriminated against here. I protest. So
I didn't hear it, and maybe I just missed it. But is there a way to get your investigators back and reassign them?
When you open a gate, they come back.
Oh, okay.
And you can, if you want to move them, you can move them.
Yeah.
If you're out. But I had a question about one of my cards here because I'm not sure.
Oh, you're breaking the game already. Look at that.
Well, I didn't. I wanted to see what. Okay, so they say there is. I know what that is.
I wonder if you have the same. Look at it because I saw something on here about.
No. Okay, so that's. All right, I got it. I have a variety of these things, and I'm going. Wait a minute.
You get a gate card for each number of flame thing on the card.
Well, yeah, but I had 2 different versions of, and I'm looking at what the heck. So this is. Okay, so the symbol in the upper left. Okay, got it.
Yeah, it's the symbol. It's not necessarily the art that matters.
Yes.
Yeah, so you just look in the symbol in the upper left-hand corner.
Oh, I see where you got confused. Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So yeah, just go to the symbol, and that's going to be the
symbols.
Thank you for the icons that took care of it. So we are on a sane action type things. We can collect lost pages, so I get 2 actions. Okay, so. What? Oh, that's why you want to keep an eye on the bottom of your.
Yeah, it's kind of like, what are you gonna sacrifice to get one or the other?
Okay,
and the 2 arrows going this way were what? Swap investigators.
Yeah, that was one of the ones I was
swap with one.
Converting investigators. When you convert an investigator, remove 1 opposing investigator from any region on the map and return it to that opponent's supply, then take 1 of your own investigators from your personal supply.
Or you trade him in territories if you're out.
Okay, so I see what's going on here. This is kind of
don't remove 1, instead choose 1.
What do I want to do? So the first one I'm going to do is because this one's move investigators, and I might as well just toss this card to get 2 in the first place.
You mean yes.
So I will go for here. Oh, wait a minute. That's wrong color. And let's go here. Fun. And then my second card is going to be Map fragment.
I will.
I have 2 cards.
Put down a map fragment. And I will. I will put down 1 investigator. And get a desperation token. What's that here? Kingsport, Salem. There's no Salem. There's no Innsmouth. And then Rockport. Let me put at least 1 here because there are 2 of those on the map. Discard.
Discard that.
Okay. And I draw 2.
Yep.
Thank you.
Alright. So I've got 1 investigator, 2 desperation tokens. And I will also put down a map.
Hey guys.
Everybody, let's
It's
party.
a pile. It's a pile.
So you
Sane or insane?
Okay. We're gonna stay sane. Yeah, deal with it. We're going to put down an investigator in Arkham and gain 2 desperation tokens. And then we're gonna put down we're gonna do 1 more investigator and a desperation token. What? Luck.
Just do
Nice. And can I see the chart I want to spend these on?
okay, so
Here's a back,
it's
I
right
believe.
here.
on the
but-
board
It's
too,
still
but-
backwards
Yeah,
for
I
me,
know.
but thank
Yeah.
you.
I will map fragment and lost page.
I mean, you can pay floor to flip the sanity disc, dude.
Yeah, but you have to have 4.
Yeah.
You're the only one with 4.
Work on it.
I'm placing a map or a lost page, and I will place an investigator and gain 1. So that one's going there, and I will.
Not that desperate yet, John.
You wait.
Second token.
Did you do yours?
Yes.
Okay.
One more turn, we're gonna stay sane.
Excellent by me, man. Excellent.
I'm gonna play 2 investigators. And I'm gonna put down a lost page.
Another map fragment and a lost page.
Map fragment and 2 investigators.
Two investigators. And ein map fragment. Two for me, please. Thank you.
Alright, and then we're passing that. I figured it was coming.
Yeah, kind of.
Be that way. See if we care. Wow. Turn it upside down.
gates. Lots and lots of gates.
Okay, good for you. Merry Christmas.
Oh.
Can I build more than one gate at a time?
Yeah, it is not the same color. You can't.
So you decided to draw instead of picking from there?
Yes,
correct.
I don't want the pink ones.
Oh, because you're not there. Wah, 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 wah,
I am
wah.
there.
Wah, 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 wah.
Wow.
And say goodbye to lost page number 6.
Because you upside downed it.
I did.
So you got your cards back. Okay, so well now, who needs to be burned? Well, first of all, ancient rune needs to be burned. Take a map fragment I already have and burn it. And then I will start with 2 gates. We'll do this one. And we'll do this one.
Alright. So, explain to me when I played the torch, if it's got 2 symbols on it,
It's 2 gates.
I get to pick 2
gate
gates.
cards, yeah.
And I get to see
Well,
it
you
draw
do the
from
first
here. Okay, yeah, okay.
Yeah, draw one.
So let's do this. Oh, I know. Yeah, I got you. Now kiss page 14 goodbye. Because I'm burning it. Well, no, it can come back, couldn't it?
That's being discarded. It
Yeah, so it can
but
come
he
back.
burned it underneath like I burned a map fragment under here.
Oh, to make it, yeah, okay. So I'm getting King Spurt and 2 desperation tokens. And when can you trade these in for XP? For points? At the
you
end?
can do it whenever you want on your
you
turn.
like.
On your turn.
What the heck, sure. Give me some points.
Your orange.
Alright, and then what comes out here? Right, interesting. We're going to do 2 gates. So that's gonna be the Kingsport, and then can you see what else comes up? Determine where I wanna be.
Arkham.
Which is also beneficial to me, so I'll take an Arkham.
So the cards. Gate.
Well, what if I want to be insane and go the other way? Mother hugger, man. Everybody tell me what to do.
It looks cuter that
That's
way.
it. I'm done. I quit this game.
I quit.
1, 2, 3.
All right.
Draw me 2 cards, please.
Oh, yes. You need cards.
Thank you. Cards are
Alright,
important.
2 gates for me. I'm gonna take. Oh, because no one else is.
Well, who says no one else?
Well, no one has it
Oh,
right
Salem?
now.
No, yeah.
No one has it right now.
Sheesh.
And then my second card, take 2 more.
I'll get a green one.
Yep.
I'll get the blue one.
Yep, I'll take the blue one.
You want to take a mystery card?
No mystery card.
The mystery card could be anything. It could even be another mystery card.
Alright, that was my 2. And draw 2. And you're passing token
To Mike.
to Mike.
He's
Insane.
staying insane.
Aha.
Haha.
That's that one. And then I'm going to burn another duplicate map fragment.
So,
Don't tell me.
2 portals. So let's do the first one. What's the matter, man?
I keep drawing duplicate map
Same
fragments.
map.
So you guys are going to not be able to make a bunch of maps because I'm going to burn all those. duplicate-
Okay.
Those
I
2
have,
are. That's just wrong.
Interesting. But let's go here for the second one.
One more.
Uno más. Okay, and then burn what? Well, I don't think I'm really going down that path efficiently. So let's burn this one. We're going to swap. Who's my number 2 contender? You, whoever that is, and put one of mine.
You've been converted.
I have been.
And I will take 2 cards. Just to ensure. Oh, there's 2 people there that had 2. Okay, well. I can only affect 1, so really.
I think you made the right decision.
I'm sure I did. Yours is coming.
I'd like the green one, and I get 2 desperation.
Hey, a white makes its appearance. Finally. I mean, you got one by random.
Yeah. I like to play things.
And I'll take a
Rando.
Let's see what we're gonna do.
And a desperation token. Whoops. You got an orange, whether you liked it or not.
Nope, but that's okay.
I'll pick the white one.
Another white one. Uh-oh.
All of a sudden, the input became important.
But only Shelby's in that spot.
Yes.
So it's
There's
like
nobody in
ooh.
the green one, so.
And
yeah, but
burn
there's
page number 2.
Yeah, you
Burn page number 2. He's burning pages, I'm burning map fragments.
I can't see.
Okay, so that's now over to John's selection.
Are we sane or insane?
So I feel like I need to trigger this gate. So we're staying insane. Just seems to make sense. So we're going to burn page 12. And then oh yeah, okay, it's a duplicate. Good. I thought I made a mistake. We're gonna
2 gate fragments.
which the first one will be this one.
Then you pause. You immediately pause the game.
Okay.
When you score a monster token, finish gate.
Is it finished?
Yeah, 5 cards.
It looks incomplete. What I'm trying to get at with the circle.
It's a 5-card gate.
No, I get it. It's just
So,
not perfectly circular.
Boom on the gate, and
You get
that's
10 points.
so it gets put in the center of the gate as a completed gate. Boom, just like that.
And you get to flip one of
flip a
those
scroll.
scrolls.
Prolific recruiter. At game end, the player with the most investigators on the map scores 5 points.
Okay. Now, that was an orange gate. Majority goes to the orange player, 8 points. Second to me for 5. I believe that's pretty much the end of the monstrous gate opening scoring.
And I still have 1 gate
Yes,
to.
you still have 1 more action.
So we'll
to-
take this Arkham one.
Okay. I'm going to place this.
Oh, I need 2 cards, I guess, to refill me.
And it's 4 to flip the token.
Yes.
4.
So you're flipping
Flipping it.
to sane side.
Make it sane.
Nope.
And
Switch-o, change-o here.
I'm going to.
That thing really matters to me because I can't play any cards.
Page.
I'm
How do
sorry,
you
I'm
feel?
muttering.
No.
I had just made my turn as well, and then she did that. And I was like,
you can spend 4. Oh, you only got 2. You're not desperate enough, sir. Not desperate enough.
My turn?
Yeah.
You draw your 2?
No.
I'm gonna complete my map.
Hey, there's one map. You got one map done. That's a good one.
Let's get a couple more guys out on the board.
Yeah. Thinking the same thing. I need to get some guys.
I like my white zone.
Okay, over to me. Let's get a couple guys on the board. Let's get another guy with 2 desperation tokens. Board.
Your choice.
My choice. We're staying sane.
Okay. I'm cool with that.
I have drawn multiple map fragments of exactly the same 2 every time.
That's funny because I
Life
can't
is out
seem
to
to
get
get
you,
that
Mike.
one in the corner.
Well, you're not going to get those because I'm going to burn them all.
All right, I'm done. I played my 2.
Well, I can't burn this one. But I got a hint.
Let's recruit another guy with the desperation.
It's freaking annoying. I will say it.
And then let's recruit some more guy with some desperation. Your turn, Mike.
Yeah. Okay, a guy with a desperation token. I've got 4, so I can pull a reversal. Is that where you want to be? 4, so you can pull a reversal.
3. What's intimate? Intimate's a 7. Oh, you gotta wait.
Nice to go, and then I think I'll do 2 more and get my last investigators on the map. Just to be totally committed to whatever. Let's do it that way. So I can say I don't want to put any more investigators down. Now, what else can I do? Yeah, I got something besides a unusable map fragment.
I'm gonna put down 2 investigator. One goes over here. And stop it. And one goes over in Salem. And then we'll pull her down the northeast corner of this map. Hey, not the card I was looking for.
Staying on the same. Oh, he's deciding.
The second I decide what I'm gonna. We're going insane.
Playing crazy.
Okay. Well, I got a bunch of cards to burn in the insane mode, so that's.
Oh my gosh! Now, jeez, what a choice!
Guess pink's coming, huh?
This is a good
So
chance.
let's convert somebody.
Well, that's interesting.
That's my 2.
Okay.
Well, I don't see any reason why not is the case. And then I did. And we stop for a scoring pause.
11 for Mike, you're green, right?
Yeah.
Got 16.
Each time
it didn't have a
you
scroll
don't
on
have
it.
a scroll.
Oh, I don't.
Flip it over.
And the other question I have too is everybody else score?
Yeah.
No, over here, yeah.
Okay,
So 9 to the two of you. You both have 4. You're at 30. Puts you at 25. And the two of us get.
Two of them. No,
We get
You
points.
get
I get
6,
6. You get 4.
I get 4.
Yeah.
no. You're third most.
Yep. So
They change your position.
me and
does
Mike
not
get
change.
9.
Okay.
You get
Your
6.
position does not change.
So I
the
get
fourth,
nothing.
the last person gets nothing. It specifies that
Okay.
entirely. So, yeah, no scroll. Didn't even pay attention to that. So I guess it's probably every other one. Right? Okay, so that was 2 actions, and I could. No, I'm not gonna put any desperation tokens. No reason to at this point.
Make them same? Why not?
No. That was your turn.
Yeah.
It was not Pat.
Yeah.
Did you do your 2 actions?
I did.
Yeah, it's your turn now.
Took 2 actions to finish that.
Alright. Do I need this piece of the map? No, I already. Unless I start another map. This one, which may never happen. We're going to do this.
That is the issue.
And we're going to also burn this part because I'm to it now. I don't need it.
That's
Innsmouth. You're at 4. You need 3 to complete that one. Salem is 3. 3 and 3. There's no Salem on the board. There is one Innsmouth. Interesting. So let's convert. There I would have majority if I do that. So great, Mike.
Okay. Well, no, I'll do this first. One.
Ha! And that gets closer.
1 desperation. And oh, why not? And a desperation, please. And now we're Mike, right?
Yep, your choice.
your 2 cards.
We're back to being sane. No.
So it's pretty obvious. 2 map fragments.
Was there another one?
They're not in consecutive order,
Nah,
but I
still,
don't care.
yeah.
Last pages, you mean?
Or lost pages, I mean.
So you decided what you're gonna do?
That was it.
That was it?
That was 2 cards played.
Sounds
Over to you.
Kind
Kind of a no-brainer.
pointless.
So why not get all the
So
pages
we're
and
going
lay them
to
out the way
do-
that says?
Me too. I was, yeah.
We'll do that after.
2. Put 1 here for giggles. Put 2 there for giggles. Yeah, what the heck? And then for my second one, we're going to do. Ooh, off. And a desperation. Oh my goodness!
Your torch is too heavy.
Apparently.
2, an Innsmouth, and 1 and a desperation, please. You.
I'm going to tell a bad joke and take a page or two from Mike's book.
Wow.
Last page is 10 to 11.
Wow.
You got 2 consecutives.
Wow.
Okay.
I mean,
So what are you?
yeah, that's cool. We're gonna go
Sane or insane?
Yeah, nowhere. We're gonna stay sane.
Oh.
And we're gonna do.
You always say that. Somebody does. Are you trying to say something about yourself?
Put down a page.
I was the only person that's gotten insane so far.
And put down
Just saying crazy has more fun.
2 investigators. Yeah, let's put down 2 investigators. And that was page 5, by the way. Just wondering.
Two.
Oh, that's interesting.
And the last page.
So,
14.
Yeah.
I wanted that one for my 15.
Sorry.
Life is hard.
Happening.
so life sucks and then you die.
Life is just hard.
Yeah.
You do have 4 if you want to flip it.
Good. It's worth starting another map.
If you want to. I mean, it's still, each fragment is 2 points.
True.
I was doing fine on the map, and then
I'll
just
take the 2 points for another page.
Mm.
Even though Shelby took my 14,
13,
15.
No. The humanity.
I also have 16.
I was okay with that one.
1 investigator. Desperation token. Wow.
Alright, we're insane.
I figured that was coming.
Yay.
Insane. Okay.
You need some room.
And my second one is going to be for random. Oh, good.
No, portal.
That's 5. Get 12 points. And I get to. Builder's Mandate. Each time you collect a lost page, you may build 1 gate section.
A little late.
It is a little late, but
Each time you collect,
Okay, so
every
that was
time you
blue,
pull one here?
wasn't it?
A page.
yep, that was
Oh, a
blue.
page.
So I get
Purple gets
8,
8 and
20.
John and I get 5.
30.
okay. That was my first card. Second card. I'm just gonna place one of each.
I'm gonna convert the non-believers twice.
Cool.
I'm gonna kick a Mike out and kick a John out.
Getting ready to do the white gate.
That's my 2.
I'm doing 2 of these.
Okay. I'm putting down. Picking up a gate and a desperation token, please. Thank you. And then pick up another gate and 2 desperation. You don't say.
Oh, it's my turn to pick a thing?
Yeah, pick a.
Come on, more of the same from you, I'm sure.
Take the white gate. And 2 desperations. Green. Right, I'm gonna burn this map page and another obelisk thingy.
Okay.
Over to me. I think I'll complete this and just make it done and don't have to worry about it no more. Then, do I want to start building on something, or what else can I do? I think I'll build a random map page and a desperation token and spend 5 tokens for 3 victory points, please. And 33. And that will do it for my turn.
And for my turn, pretend we're like we're Bob the Builder here. More of these pretty little obelisks. And then for the second action, what's the potential? 3 red. It is that, isn't it? Okay. We'll build 2 goats, 2 gates. Here's the first one. Oh, not what I was looking for, but
He's already gone, so he's going to go last.
yeah. I was counting. I was sort of factoring that in. Now, what else is going on? Salem, but you're close to it.
Well, Shelby, you can go mad with the orange gates real quick, can't you?
I could, yes. Is that what I wanted to do?
There is that problem, isn't there?
No, I looked at it and I was like, you could open up a gate and just score the points on the gate, even if you don't have anybody on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if they're empty, it doesn't score anybody.
Correct.
Well,
so,
but I still get the points from
Right.
that.
No, I understand that,
Yeah.
but I'm talking about, yes, you can do that. He's in.
I was hoping it was going to happen here.
Do you want to get somebody in there before you do that? Is the big
because that's extra points, right? I mean, that's
so.
Well,
however,
I will take 1.
Get closer.
And then
well,
another.
that takes care of the Innsmouth gate. necessarily.
Oh, there's John Spink.
So that
And
begs the question.
then-
So how many gates are left? 3? Yikes.
I'm just gonna build
Just gonna have no choice then. You're done?
2.
Sane it is, huh?
Yeah, because I have the other 2 map fragments.
Finally got him.
Well, and it's worth more points than anything else I'll do at the moment. Next.
So for me, it's going to be 2. And
I think it's going to be worth more than increasing potentially. That was an 8-point bump as opposed to something else.
and 2 desperation. We're trading in 5 for 3 victory points. 1, 3, 4, 5.
38.
So 1 into desperation. Ha!
Third, and secondly, two. Here. What? And then I'm gonna pay 4 to go ahead and flip it to insane for
Him to finish the white. If he wants to. That's interesting.
Take some gate cards. I'll take that one.
Seems to me fine.
So he's stalling for a more higher point monster. That's the tactic.
There's a potential there too. I didn't.
Or ending the game at a chosen point. So you're done.
No, it's only one card.
Oh, it's only one card.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So he's not stalling necessarily.
But we're insane.
I'm gonna take 2 more gates.
He is stalling. Over to you.
I make my game in my time.
That's
Shelby actually flipping.
Well,
it.
actually,
There,
yes, Shelby could very easily foil your plan.
So what
by forming, he forms a gate and she forms 2, and the game's over.
What do these numbers here mean?
What do you mean?
Nothing. They mean nothing. Just
what number?
Inside the obelisk, they have numbers. Oh, they have
have
rune
any.
symbols.
I have an 11 here, followed by a 12.
Oh, I see. There are numbers on some of them.
that's all.
Interesting.
Oh, I do see that now.
Yeah.
I have a 6.
I have a 15.
Maybe the page number that was on the opposite side of the card.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's probably
yeah.
it.
No, that's not on my case.
Yep, that is. No, it's a map fragment on mine.
Yeah, it's not. That's not
Because
it.
I have a 6 on this one, but my 2 doesn't have it. I don't see a 2 on this one.
I have no clue.
Might just be nothing. Something to
I
drive you
don't-
crazy.
yeah.
The artwork doesn't mean anything. It's all the icons.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Something to mess with, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
So
so
I'm
you
gonna
can have a second set of runes. It doesn't
put
say
this-
anything in the runes about the numbers,
This down.
but you can have multiple sets of runes. Let's see if it's read that correctly, though.
I thought he was talking about
score
the
points for
symbols
each
and
set of runes in your
Yeah,
general
I saw
library.
that the symbols
Okay,
were
so,
different on a lot of them.
oh, I wonder that.
Yep.
Remembering a non-believer.
I don't think that has something. I don't see. It might have to do with a scroll card.
Yeah, I just noticed it. I was like, why is there a number inside here? I don't know. Okay.
We are insane. Flip.
What
That's
do I want to do?
somewhat.
I'm not sure, Shelby.
4 points. I do that. Okay. Green one and a desperation token.
More white.
And I'll take the orange one and desperation token.
Nobody finished nothing, huh?
Wasn't any. I'm starting to wonder if Salem is tapped out. Arkham, sorry.
Number of cards?
No, we have enough to make 3 gates.
Yeah, I have enough to make 3 whole gates.
There's one.
And then we both have partials.
Yeah.
Let's flip the token over to sane.
What are you doing to me here?
I'm gonna play 2 more of my guys.
He's trying to get to that before.
And I'm gonna play 2 more of my guys. Your turn, Mike.
Yeah, so what's gonna pop? There's 4 colors that could pop, huh? So 2 guys need to go out and try to get a piece of the action, huh?
Venture forth.
There. That's a lost cause, so let's mix here. Whether that's how much any points, it's actually worth something. So I suppose I should probably do it that way. Get that one there. Token. So just in case, I'm in all the regions, but
Then goes to Shelby.
so these 2 use this.
I'm gonna stay sane.
Oh.
I'm gonna place 4 guys. I got 1 here, 3, and
Salem.
Okay.
Intentions advertised. We're on the sane side, are we?
I'm gonna play a guy and gain 2 of these. Last man can go there, I think. Then I'll pay out 4 to go insane.
And finish that gate.
And let's collect some gates.
You collect 1 to start with because you finish.
Boom. 13 points. I got top, which is 10 more.
I get Zippo done.
At 27. John's got second, gives you 7, puts you at 5, and you get a 40. And Shelby gets 5. 25.
That solves that problem here.
And then I'm gonna take the Salem card. Not quite ready for Shelby to
Not too bad.
Dang it. Well, I'll get another turn before she does, so.
So we're on the insane side, huh?
Yeah.
We're insane?
We're insane.
Insane. What's going to happen? So this is... Oh, that's just unfortunate.
Yeah, there's no pages. He has been burning them.
Yes, there are. They're all sitting in my hand. And he just flipped the thing, and so I may want to try to flip it back.
There's 15 in black to one hand as well.
But I may not, because all it does is get me one gate section, which gate sections are kind of immaterial. What's not immaterial is that. So I think I want to do a gate section with 2 of these things. I'll do a rockport on another rockport. And I will do a bump place.
That was my plan.
Oh, sorry. No, I'm not. And by the way, I want 3 victories.
For green?
Yeah, because the game's kind of 6. Getting a little tight. Yeah, well.
I can't get the frickin' final part card that I need here. I mean,
that's funny.
Oh yeah, you gotta go. That's right.
Choose it.
Choose or change it or make it a thing.
That's interesting.
Let's stay insane.
No, that's more interesting.
Going to convert.
That's funny. Now we're all tied.
And I'm going to convert.
Uh-oh. No longer. Uh-huh. Well, that's just bizarre is what that is.
No lead.
Let's see what this... Ooh. Gosh. I'm likely to do something with that. Let's go for 2 gate sections. We'll start with a rockport just because I can. And we'll get another rockport just because I can. Wow, that's really interesting now.
of course.
2 more gate sections. I'm going to attempt it. Missed.
Yeah. If it would have worked, that would have been potentially kind of nice.
For me, yeah.
So we're on the insane side, right?
Yep.
Yeah, if I'd have completed that, that would have been worth 14. Would have been,
well,
and stole it from.
Yep. And the next
still in the lead, but that's 9. That puts me ahead. We might as well finish this gate while I have the opportunity because he has been jerks all game. So
yeah, and then she can finish the game.
Yep. So we'll pop
if she
the Arkham and gain 2 desperation, please.
Yeah, now the pinks are.
And you do the last thing over.
But what's our mystery condition there?
Cartographer's command. Each time you collect the map fragment, you may build 1 gate section.
You're at 19. I get 9, puts me at 36.
That was the pink.
And
that was the pink.
You get 6. Puts you at 42, Mike. Yes, sir.
And then I'm going to play 2 gates. or Gates of Desperation. 3, 4. The Gate of Desperation is actually 1, 2, 4. It's actually 5 points, so I might as well do that. 3 points. All right, so don't give me that.
Gotcha.
Just spend it right off the bat.
22.
And then same numbers.
Yeah, that stopped that option.
Yep.
But not the orange option necessarily. So, in which
Good random.
no, the orange is actually less points for the rest of us.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's actually a viable plan. So
Viable plan.
first thing, I'll put that down so I can get some extra points,
Yep.
and then I'll take the orange gate.
Finish the game.
Finish the game.
Game is immediately over.
So I get 15 points for that, dude.
Puts you at 40 exact.
And then orange
I get
is 8
another 8
for her and 5 for me.
7.
Yay, okay, so that's it.
And then we score the
So
stuff in front of us.
we'll just go through the whole thing. So
This is
that
where,
was
unfortunately, I'm not gonna do so well.
so end game scoring starts with investigators on the map. Score 1 point for each investigator you still have on the map.
We all get
2
2.
for me.
Everybody gets 2.
Okay, we'll get to the scroll card effects.
10.
There was one for victory condition. Was it?
At the end of the game, the player with the most investigators on the map scores 5 points.
That's 5 for all of us.
We can have 5 for each of us.
Yeah. So it doesn't change it other than score.
12, 13, 27. Oh, sorry, 5.
Yeah, you're shortchanging. Huh?
Yeah.
Let's see how you win.
Okay, so that's scroll card effects. Ancient runes. 16 for me.
16 for me.
Yeah, 3. So I got 4.
16 would give
30.
me 30.
16 for John. Is you hit.
I'm at 80.
Flip it to 80. Yes.
31. There.
Right. Lost pages. I have 4 non-consecutive, so 8 points.
I get 10 points. And 5 non-consecutive.
So you're going to hear
Flipping.
2.
Okay.
Map fragments. Score points for the map fragments in your journal. Each complete map is worth 12, and other ones are worth 2.
And I get
So I get 12, which makes 50
6.
total. So I go to 10 and flip.
which will put you at
13.
13.
Non 10, number 10.
So that's it.
And that's it.
That's
so John and I tied for first place.
Very nice. The tied player with the most unspent desperation tokens
I have
wins.
2. So I guess
He used them all.
You
to
win.
do the thing.
Well, I wouldn't if I
Yeah.
hadn't paid
Yeah.
it, I wouldn't have been tied with her. So
but still.
I'll consider that a victory.
Yeah.
I think it would have ended the game though, because you wouldn't have done that. You flipped over so you could pull that gate, right? You spent your desperation tokens to flip something.
No, he got
No,
3
I
victory
got-
No,
points
you
with
used
it.
them all 3
that's
victory
right,
points.
I wouldn't have
for
been
us.
tied with her if I
Gotcha.
hadn't played that.
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
The only thing I ever spent my things on,
Was
my desperation,
victory
was
points.
victory points.
Me too.
I didn't see a point to waste
Well,
it.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Maybe
Flipping
if you don't
the
have
same.
cards
when
that
you
suit
flip
you.
that, if you had not
But
done
I'm
that,
like,
I
I'm
would
like,
have
I'm like,
to
you
put my
guys
guy
do
out
and
then
adapt.
complete the game
I have-
by
This
flipping
was a
it
lost
myself.
cause.
I have 6
Yeah.
points in my hand.
And I was like, I needed to put a guy
I was
there
like,
for
I'm
Shelby.
gonna
Fine,
flip it
everyone
first.
the
And I
same.
was like, I could flip it, play my guy, get
Aight.
enough back to flip it again.
Well, that's Gates of Delirium, guys. Give us a minute and we'll give you our thoughts in just a second. Kat, can I switch over real quick?
That's pretty cool.
I like this game.
I do.
Me too.
It's happy.
I have all your guys' cards that are in your point